So, it's Hallie, and welcome to Noel and the Tower of Doom. Or should I say welcome back? We've got like the full version of this off of itch.io. Much like Chronicles of the Lost Page, it should now be working as intended, and we'll be able to get through the whole thing. And apparently that first racist boss was removed, so that's nice. And those settings stick, they sure did. Okay, let's get going with it then. This freeware software contains copyrighted content, mainly music. If you are a streamer, you may encounter issues with copyright if you play this game. Indeed. In fact, in the end of Chronicles of the Lost Page, I had to mute one of the songs they used because it was region locked. And when I say region locked, I mean like everywhere. Every place you can imagine was listed there, including the United States. So I was like, alright, guess I'm muting this song. In order to play this game without copyright issues, you should turn on streamer mode, which will replace most of the entire OST with low-quality covers. If you play on streamer mode, it is highly recommended that you turn the BGM sound to 0 in the settings and play your own music in the background if you so choose. And turn on streamer mode. Warning, this option cannot be undone. I'll deal with it. Streamer mode turned off.
Where am I? My voice, what happened to me? So you're finally awake. Wait, what is this place? Why is my voice so different? It feels softer and more delicate. Wait, what am I wearing? Some sort of dress? Oh my god, guys don't wear dresses. Yeah, what's that sticking out of my back? Wings! Wait, this woman, I recognize her. Sterling Snow, my history professor at Centerfield Community College. What's she doing here? What's going on? Why the heck am I a girl? What is with this dress? These wings? My ears feel funny too. Why have I turned into a goddamn fairy? I bet you're very confused right now, so let me explain. My name is Sterling Snow. You may know me as your history professor, but in reality I am an agent of Pt.1, Occultic Paranormal and Temporal Investigative Commanders. It is a secret branch of the UN that investigates paranormal happenings across the globe. We were supposed to be top secret. However, something happened just today that made us have to go public, a worldwide calamity we call the Incursion. But that doesn't explain why I've turned into a fairy at all. Hush now, I'm getting to that. I got one answer, it's not a lore dump. I've played enough JRPGs to know how long those go on for. Long ago, during antiquity, humans and magical beings known as mystics lived together in harmony. They lived together, laughed together, and even married one another. It was a happy time. But over time, a conflict eventually grew between the two groups. Some desired to harness the mystics' power for themselves, while others desired to destroy the mystics altogether, deeming them a threat to humanity's survival. So a decision was made. On that fateful day, April 1st, 1033 AD, King Arthur of Legend used the legendary sword Excalibur to split the very essence of this world in twain. On one side was Zatara, the realm of magic, a world seeping with endless possibility. On the other was Earth, the world of humans, mundane without magic of any sort. Eventually, after thousands of years, these two worlds would collide, merge, and become one again. But the process was started early by someone we call the False One.
Looks like something went wrong with your name tag there, girl.
This caused an interdimensional crisis we call the Incursion, where beings from this side and beings from the other side, Zatara, would become one, merged in body, mind, and soul. You, my friend, have become an Alfar, a primordial race of mystics who possess great magical powers. I, too, am an Alfar. Due to the weakening barrier between our two worlds, I was able to cross over, and with a little bit of glamour I was able to pass as human easily. However, now that the veil blocking access to the mystical has been lifted, I revealed my true form, as of you. Because, you see, your other self was an Alfar, and upon both versions of yourself merging, you became one too. Okay, I can accept all that stuff about fairies and King Arthur and worlds merging and crap, but why am I a girl? No! What does that have to do with anything? Oh, that's easy. If you see my little Alpha, you were always a girl inside. What? What the heck is she on about? I'm a guy, not a girl. That's the way I was born, that's the way I will always be. Well, until now, I guess. You know, now that I think about it, being a guy sucked. BL, body hair, muscles, boring outfits, it sucked. It sucked real bad. I'm kind of glad I turned into a girl, actually. I've always imagined what it would be like, so I guess I got my wish. At least I get to try on all sorts of fun new outfits. But finding a crush will probably be a lot harder, since I still think I'm straight. Or I guess I'm not a lesbian. IDK. All I know is that I still like girls. A lot. On the other side, that world is untainted by the flesh of the Dark God, the seed used to create all life. That accursed flesh is what bounds us to carnal desires. This very world is corrupted by his influence, so much so that all who live suffer from the consequences of the evil permeating this world. Natural disasters, mental and physical illness, disability, and of course people being born in the wrong body such as yourself. Born in the wrong body? Correct. According to the Chronicles of Chronicles, you were always meant to be born female. However, the corrupted flesh of Alzakalus interfered and caused you to be born male instead.
Interesting.
Anyways, back on topic. Now that the incursion has taken place and the False One awakens to their powers, both our worlds face a crisis like no other. While the first step of the False One's plans, the merging of the two worlds, is complete, the False One has not yet completed their ultimate goal. Not only did the False One plan to bring both worlds into one whole, they also plan to use the power of the Enochian Pillars to recreate this entire planet in their deluded image, the world of chaos. It is our job, as Optic, to stop him. An Enochian Pillar, 4X3, lies in this very town. I was originally stationed here to locate both the False One and the only one who can stop him, the Child of Destiny, but now our plans have changed. Our primary goal now is to disable all 22 pillars across the world. A large majority of them have already been disabled in the last 24 hours, primarily in Asia, but there is still more work to be done. As the leader of the US branch of Optic, it is my job to disable this pillar and save us from the continuation of the incursion, the Neon Genesis, and I want you to join me.
What? You want me to go with you? What will I even do? I'll just be a burden.
That's not true. I can sense great potential within you. For you see, I believe you hold power unlike no other, the power of the Avatar.
Okay, sure, this is probably just a dream anyways. Better get this over with. Wish it could last longer though. I am loving this dress. It's very pretty.
Glad you like it. However, while I have introduced myself, it seems like you will fail to do so. What is your name, Child of the Fae?
Noah. Though I've never really liked it. Since I'm a girl now and all that, I would prefer if you called me Noel.
Noel, a fitting name for the incarnation of the goddess herself.
Excuse me.
Never mind that. Now let's get going. We have a pillar to top and a false god to dethrone.
Sterling's now join the party. Alright, so so far the only change between this version and the other one was like they got rid of like the kind of shoddy CG of the teacher talking to us. Alright, well we know we don't need to check any of these things.
You know, before we head for the tower, there's something I want to do first.
And that is?
See my brother. I'm wondering how he's doing after all this chaos. If he's transformed or not. My dad and stepmom too. I'm really worried about them. Reed, my brother, we have been inseparable since we were kids. We did everything together, fighting against other children in the woods, playing with Legos, finally beating Maglore's soul, and Kirby returns to Dreamland after 4 hours of pure adrenaline, etc. I'm wondering how he's doing after all this madness. Now I'll react to my new form.
That's fine, after all. He may have a new form which can greatly help us. How powerful is he exactly in mind and body?
Reed has always been a genius, smart beyond compare. He graduated high school before me despite being 3 years my junior. A tactician that surpassed all other tacticians. His strategies never fail, though he has often used his intelligence for more nefarious purposes. He loved to devour all the snacks in the house and somehow convincing my dad that it was me. His charm and his charisma knows no bounds. Physically, on the other hand, he's known for being quite frail. He was born with a genetic error that caused his bones to be very brittle. Due to this, he has always been sickly and weak. He tried to become stronger by exercising intensely, but that just caused his body more strain.
Interesting. His mind is sound, but his body is not. Regardless, he should be a helpful ally, even if he doesn't fight directly.
Got it. Now let's head to my dad's house.
Do you want to? Is a statement, not a question. But remember, our main priority is destroying the pillar. Don't stay there too long, okay?
Forgot your punctuation there. They still have the weird scene about her like going to the bathroom.
Sterling.
Yes, Miss Noel.
I need to take a piss.
So, we're right by the bathroom. You can just go right there. What's stopping you?
I'm not sure what bathroom to use.
Oh, that's easy. Just use the women's room. You are a girl now, after all.
Not sure.
I know a solution. The mind is calm and serene. Teleport at level 13.
I'm in the toilet. Is it the girl's room? Sterling!
Just relax. Enjoy your first pee as a girl.
Note from the developer. No, I do not have a piss fetish. I just thought this scenario would be funny. Shut up, I do not have a piss fetish. Fight. Anyways, back to the gender bench shenanigans. I'm not going to read this again because it was gross enough the first time, thanks. You can read that if you like. Yup, nope, not reading it again. Nope. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's go. So, we know only, sparkling things are interactable.
I can sense some sort of energy coming in this locker. That's strange. I looked by this locker countless times and never felt this feeling before. Sterling seems to be intrigued as well. You can sense it too.
No doubt about it. Another Alpha studied within this school and used this locker. If I remember correctly, this locker belongs to one Rachel Mooncrusher, a first-year student as this university and best friend of Mia Theodora. To think another child of the Fae was among us this entire time.
Among us.
You know that man died years ago, right? I swear sometimes humans completely baffle me.
another locker we can check anyway. What is this, a different person's? Oh, okay, this, yeah.
If I remember correctly, this locker belongs to one Mia Theodora, a first-year student at Estes University. Thinking of the child.
Nothing else to comment on about that person, apparently.
This is a science lab. It's currently locked. After all, there can be no school during the apocalypse.
Yeah, Poco lips. What is this?
This locker, I can sense immense evil coming, immense evil energy coming from it.
Is it the false one?
Yes, but the energy levels are very low. This locker hasn't been used in a long time. By the time I arrived here, this locker was long abandoned. Regardless, I sense the false one's energy. I must look further into this after we solve the crisis of the Enochian pillars.
I'm sure it'll start glowing again when it becomes relevant. That's the assumed current look.
I hate math. Good thing I don't have to do it since it's the apocalypse.
Oh, just get all these sparkles out of the way.
This is my locker. Thank God it's right by my homeroom. Oh, I wonder if the snack I put in there is still intact.
Legendary lemonade was found.
Bingo!
You never wear without your favorite drink, isn't that right, Miss Noel?
The drink of the gods. This is our homeroom. I decided to be on the 3rd floor. I'm in here again. The apocalypse is happening.
Yeah. Oh,
This is the art room, but there's no time for drawing when the apocalypse is happening.
And this one.
This is a history class here, my favorite subject, but sadly it is locked like all the others. Can't focus on studying the details, the historical relevance of the Second Civil War when the apocalypse is happening after all.
And I can't remember. Yeah, you just won't straight up on go in.
I can't go there, that's the boys' restroom and I'm no longer a boy.
What if we had girls in the party? Would they object? Or no, I mean if we had boys in the party, would they object to going in the girls' room? Whatever. Let's go over here. I never really returned to the bathrooms after recruiting the boy characters. Oh, sorry, singular. There was only one. Alright, so we got some treasures off the roof. Any other sparkly things to check here? No, just some link doors.
This is the emergency exit, don't have to use this. This is the administrator's office.
Okay, take the fire hydrant. Oh, it's not hydrant, that's not what that is. Fire extinguisher, there you go.
This is the computer lab. Why do we need a computer when everyone has their own smartphones and PCs?
So people can learn with standard devices.
This is the lounge. I would love to hang out here, chill, drink some lemonade, and play some Octopath Traveler 4, but we got the world to save. This is the lounge. I would love to hang out here, chill, drink some lemonade, and all that same stuff I just said, but on a different door.
Box over here.
Hell yeah, free money!
Oh, how much the world has changed in only a day. Just yesterday, taking money out of the inexplicably placed chests would put you on a list.
We're at the seaside parking lot here. We have to go down the middle to escape. Is there a treasure on the right too? Yeah. Nothing. Oof. Okay. Can't walk through this fence though. That just makes sense. Alright, let's go to the center field area. So are the shops still all buggy, like if I check them will the doors move down?
Yo, welcome to Blue Guy, the ultimate armor store. Take a look around and we're sure to not disappoint.
So let's see. We do have some starting money, 520.
You should watch your back, kid. That red over there is up to no good. Don't buy anything from where you hear.
Okay, no, they fixed the moving doors in this one.
Welcome to Rearm, the all-in-one destination for all things weapons.
We can get weapons, we can get armors.
We're the absolute best. Don't let that other company like delude you. They're nothing compared to us.
We know these guys won't let us in until we've got a member card, so no need to bother with that just yet.
I know I've always been faithful to God, but when that crazy wave shot across the sun, I didn't think I would return to do this. I'm an angel, a beautiful female angel. Oh, thank you, Lord, for the blessings you have given me. Well, she does know that race is called Wingley, right? Anyways, I always love giving back to the community, giving food to the homeless and all that. However, with my new holy powers, I was able to improve my cooking even further. It's great helping the poor and all, but a girl has to make a living somehow. How about you buy some of my blessed food? I assure you it's not only completely safe, it's super delicious.
Healing items. Yeah, we'll worry about all this stuff later.
Thank you for stopping by, may the Lord bless you.
Just get all these shop conversations out of the way. Yeah, this is like... Let's go to places. Just stay here for now. I'm trying to remember where there were treasures. These aren't treasures, these are just boxes. Just, you know, port town. Everyone turned into their Sonic OCs.
Amazing furries, heck, this new body sure does wonders for working at the seaport. Still like being a furry now, though. Damn that weird rainbow wave thing.
Yeah, getting in here requires some stuff. Abandoned Nebby warehouse, do not enter.
Oh, that place is just begging to be explored.
But we can't do it. Door's shut tight. You won't be able to open it without a storehouse key. You do not have a storehouse key.
Welcome to Eric's Accessories. Have a look around.
Are you the same guy we just talked to on the dock? Bam.
See you later.
Yeah, probably will.
Bruh. I turned on my OC. I actually turned on my OC for this bubble paint John. Yes.
Yep.